action. Hi, how the fuck are we doing? Are we good? Good? Okay, good. Welcome back to the Pretty Princess Command Center. I hope you all are doing so amazing. I'm doing lovely, wonderful. Look at this cute little thing that I have on. It used to be a crew neck, right? But then I cut it because naturally I had to, just because I feel like very suffocated when I have crew necks on, so I cut it. The back of it, I accidentally, like, the back of it has lots of stuff on it, and I accidentally cut a little bit of it also. I'm back on my cranberry juice obsession. About 2 years ago, I had a cranberry juice obsession, but I would mix it with a little bit of coconut water to kind of cut the sweetness of it. And of course, I'm getting the cranberry juice cocktail vibe because have you guys had real cranberry juice? It's terrible. It's so tart. I don't like it. So this is the Ocean Spray, the Diet 5 cranberry juice. It has red 40 in it. I know it's not great for you, but I love the taste of it. It's so yummy. Put a lemon in here. I think I have half of a lemon squeezed in here. It's so good. I just swallowed a lemon seed. Alright, let's catch up a little bit. So first and foremost, what have I done today? I went to get coffee with Mr. Special Someone's mom. That was nice. We caught up for a little bit. I was telling her a little about the Pretty Princess Command Center, tentatively titled. Notice how I didn't say it that time? I didn't say tentatively titled this time because I'm pretty sure the title is going to stick. Because how fun. The Pretty Princess Command Center? Duh. I feel like it works out so well. So, shall we get into it? Oh, I just missed a call from Mr. Special. Oh well. Okay. Let me look here. So, the first one, what should we call them? I don't want to call them dilemmas. I don't want to call them things. Hey girlie, I'm 22 years old and I'm trying to get into some healthy habits. Lately, I've felt very uncomfortable in my body and gained a lot of weight. Looking in the mirror has been a struggle to love myself. That makes me sad. Do you have any tips in self-love or weight loss? First and foremost, I think so many girls, especially, can understand that struggle of just like, you don't necessarily look like how you did when you were in high school. And you're not supposed to. Like, you're 22, you're not supposed to look the same as when you were 16. But I think it's such a weird, like, in my experience, because I've experienced this, so like when I was in high school, I played sports and I worked out, and like I never saw myself as like a small person. Like, I knew I was fit, and like I played soccer and I was running. Like, I knew I was not out of shape, right? But I never saw myself as like, oh, a super skinny, like super, you know what I mean? I just never saw myself that way. When I look at pictures of me from that time now, I'm like, I was fucking tiny. Like, I was tiny. I looked like I could break in half. In my mind, I never looked that way. So, like, it's such a confusing thing to, like, look back on pictures of how you used to look compared to now. But then remembering the mindset that you were in when you were in those pictures and then being like, well, how... I didn't think that I looked like that when I looked like that, so now I don't even know what I look like. I think so many girls, especially girls, so many people in general, but like especially girls, I feel like go through that where they're just like, what the fuck do I even look like? So don't get super crazy caught up in like, you don't look the same as you used to, because you're not supposed to. You're always going to change. You're always going to be looking different, feeling different, whatever in your body, right? However, of course, there's a fine line between like, yes, of course, love yourself through the journey, love yourself no matter what. But also, like, you can't just allow that to be an excuse for letting yourself go, in the sense of, like, not showing up for yourself. Like, you have to show up for yourself. If you could feel yourself slipping into unhealthy habits, lazy habits, like, you owe it to yourself to be disciplined enough to pick yourself up, because nobody's going to pick yourself up for you. Like, you're the only person that can put you back on track, that could get your healthy habits back in order, like, lose weight. Like, whatever you want to do, you're the only person that can do that for yourself. I will say... I can understand that mindset of just like when you're kind of feeling super down and just not good about yourself, it can be hard to go make those changes, because all you want to do is just like curl up in a ball and hide and not look in the mirror and not look at pictures and not go out and not put your clothes on. Like, I understand that, and it is really hard, but at the end of the day, you're either going to keep feeling like that forever or you're going to make a change about it. So you can either love yourself enough to go do the hard thing, to go push yourself outside your comfort zone, go force yourself to do that 10,000 steps a day, go force yourself to do 30 minutes on the stairs, go force yourself to just go on a walk out to get the mail, you know what I mean? You could either love yourself so much that you're going to stay disciplined and do those things for yourself, do those things to make not only like look better, like obviously like I can't stand when a bitch is like, oh, I don't go to the gym to look better. Yes, you do. We're human beings. We're like literally designed to like analyze the aesthetic of things. Like, of course you're going to the gym to be healthy, but yet also you have a goal in mind of how you want to look. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of fucking stupid when people are like, oh, I don't know. Whatever. You owe it to yourself to show up for yourself. And I think one of the best ways to trick yourself into that mindset is just think about the most amazing girl you know, right? So like, think about somebody that you look up to, or somebody like, even like in a movie or a TV show, just somebody that you look up to and you just like their energy, you like their vibe, like whatever it is. And then just think about what they would do in your situation. And then in any situation that you're presented with, like, what would my dream self do in this situation? So for example, if your dream self is like someone who, you know, she drinks tea every night before bed, she reads for 30 minutes before bed, she goes on a walk every single morning. If that's something your dream self would do, and you're sitting in this situation and you're about to go to bed and you're debating between having a bowl of ice cream or a cup of tea, you say, what would my dream self do? Your dream self would have a cup of tea. And then boom, just by making that action happen in your physical present reality, you already are acting like your dream self. Therefore, you are your dream self. You just have to take those little steps every day to show up for yourself and be that person that you want to be. Be the person that you want the world to know you as. I would say just don't be super hard on yourself about the way that you look. And I know that it's really hard, especially in today's society. I'm sure it's way harder today than it was, I don't know, back in the fucking day, whenever the fuck that was. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror and see everything other than your body, I think a really important thing to remember about self-love, if you could pick up the phone and talk to somebody that's never met you, do you know in your heart that they would say, wow, that is such a beautiful person, they have such a good heart, they have such a kind soul, they're so smart, they're so caring, they're so loving? If you know that that's a truth for you, then you already love yourself endlessly. Like, you already have so many lovable qualities. And if you could see that without having to look in the mirror, then you don't need a mirror to prove to you that you can love yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? I think another thing to mention, there's a second puberty that girls go through. Nobody fucking tells you about it until you go through it. And I think it's just like, you get your like woman body, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you just like, you look more womanly. Like, you stop looking like, oh, like you're, you know, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like, I think when I was 22, it kind of like hit me and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, who is this? And it kind of just takes you by surprise, because you're like, I've been so used to looking this way my whole life, and now I look this way, and it's the same, but it's different. And it's just weird. And it's just such like a weird like concept to wrap your head around. But I think in the long run, at the end of the day, if you're looking for like weight loss tips, I don't want to give like, the only like genuine weight loss tip that I could give you is just like healthy eating and exercise. And that's all it boils down to. Like, there's no trick, there's no hack, there's no nothing. It's literally just a matter of you showing up for yourself in a way that's like, okay, let's say you want to lose weight, you need to take the steps to lose weight. Like, at the end of the day, weight loss is going to come from you taking action, exercise, and diet. And obviously there's other factors that come into play with certain people. Like, for example, like, I know some people have issues with their thyroid that makes it a little bit harder for them to lose weight. And obviously, like, your personal health is your personal business. I don't know anything, but if you're coming to me for tips on weight loss, I would really just say find a form of exercise that you like to do, that makes you happy to do, and makes you know like you're gonna burn calories. Like, for example, on Wednesdays I do yoga, and I know that this yoga is not designed to burn calories. This yoga is not designed for me to lose weight. This yoga is literally peacefulness and like stress relieving. Like, that's all it does. So if I were to eat the way that I eat and only do this yoga, I would not lose weight. I would probably be gaining weight. I like eating the way that I eat, so I go to the gym. I'll do 30 minutes on the stairs after an hour-long workout. You know what I mean? I enjoy that. I like working out. I like lifting weights. I like doing cardio. I like that. If you told me to go do Pilates, fuck no, I'm good. I do not have fun doing Pilates. If you told me to do like hot yoga, no thank you. To me, yoga is literally meant for me to fall asleep. Like, I only want the yoga where I'm holding a stretch for so long that I fall asleep. That's why I'm doing yoga. So best tips for weight loss: find a diet that you enjoy. And by diet, I don't mean following like a diet, like strict meal plan, but like if you're somebody that literally cannot give up carbs, be smarter about your carbs. Don't eat white bread sandwiches, eat whole wheat sandwiches, or don't even eat sandwiches. Like pick your poison, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you can have pizza, or you could have a protein pasta with a garlic knot for dinner. So you could have like 4 slices of pizza, or you could have a bowl of protein pasta with 2 garlic knots on the side. Just be smarter about what you're eating. Also, just another thing for being uncomfortable in your body, I think a lot of times, if you've outgrown your clothes, get new clothes. Don't try to force yourself to fit into clothes that you once fit into, because that's gonna make you feel a lot worse. I was doing that for a while. Like, a lot of my pants and jeans and skirts, like, I outgrew. Like, I literally could not fit into them anymore. And there was like a little window of time where I was just like, oh, like, I'll just wear it anyway. I felt so uncomfortable because I was like, this is too tight on me. Like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be wearing this. Just like put me in a big hoodie and baggy jeans and like I'm good to go. And then I was like, well, I could just get a skirt that fits me. That would make a lot more sense. And boom, there we go. You know what I mean? So don't try to force yourself, because I think the biggest thing, like, when you're alone and like you're just like vibing, like, you're probably not thinking about your body. You're not thinking about how you look until you're thinking about how other people are looking at you and how you feel when other people are looking at you. Of course, if you don't feel good, like if you don't feel healthy, like that's one thing, but like, you're not really thinking about how you look in your clothes, how your body looks, unless you're thinking about how other people are thinking about that. And when you start thinking about that, I'm gonna assume most of the time that you're in front of people, you're wearing clothes. So if you're wearing clothes that don't fit you, even though they once fit you but now they don't, you're just like telling yourself, like, that is more evidence for your brain to cling on to. Like, I have gained weight and I no longer fit in my clothes. Yeah, you don't fit in your clothes anymore. Your clothes were designed to fit this size, and now you're this size. So get clothes that are that size. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Just like, no, you are going to, like, your body is forever going to continue to change. It's always going to change. And the biggest thing, just stay disciplined with yourself. Show up for yourself. Ask yourself every time before you make a decision, like, what would my dream girl do in this situation? Like, I have to do that still, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do this. I can't be bothered to do that. Then I'm like, okay, well, what would my dream self do? Like, fuck, she would do that. And then I do it. I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And then you're already embodying that energy of somebody who you've always wanted to be. And then boom, like, that's who you are. Scene. Okay, next. I used to be a very confident person who genuinely didn't care what other people thought of me and had no problem putting myself out there and pursuing my love for creating content. Unfortunately, I have lost that part of myself. That didn't pay attention to what other people said or thought, and have really been struggling with my self-confidence. It really feels like through a mix of various different situations and people, it has been chipped away over several years. This wasn't through trolls online. It was from supposed friends who said I was cringe and too much. It's hard knowing people are making fun of you behind your back, and it just feels so malicious and unnecessary. I always admire how sure of yourself you are. If you have any advice on how to not internalize what other people think of you and how to tap into more self-confidence, I would greatly appreciate it, as I found myself a target of mean girls even as an adult. I hate feeling like this because it does feel like I'm letting them win, but I'm struggling to pull myself out of it. I'm probably one of your oldest subscribers here. At the age of 41, geriatric millennial, but still a fan. Aww, that makes me so happy. Well, not that you're sad, but like, that's so sweet. Wow, that literally pisses me off so much. Fucking hate bitches, dude. Fuck the bitches. So, actually, it's crazy that you say that, because I am very sure of myself. And you know what? I dealt with this same exact fucking thing not too long ago. Like, I feel like this whole past year, I listened to people have opinions of me, and I listened to them and acted on them. And I fucking hate myself for it. I don't hate myself, guys. I don't hate myself. I'm fine. But I'm so mad that I let that happen. And now that I was on the side of it where it's like, wow, I can't imagine like ever letting somebody like tell me what to do, or like I can't imagine like letting people's opinions affect me. Like I was on that side, and then I got right into the middle where it was like people were like, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do this, and I was like, okay, and now I'm on the other side where I'm like, fuck you guys, like why did I listen to you? I know me better. You know yourself. Like I hate when people are like, oh, you don't know yourself, like no. At the end of the day, you have been the only person next to you, with you, around you. You're the only person that knows you better than anyone else, because guess what? You are the only person in your whole entire life that has spent 24/7, every single second of the day, every day of the year, every single ounce of time that exists. You're the only one who has spent it entirely with yourself. There's not one day that's gone by when you have not been with yourself. So for somebody to be like, oh, I know you better than you know you, no, because you know what other people see in you? They see a projection of themselves. They see a projection of their own reality in themselves onto you. Let me break this down. I think a lot of people understand this, but it didn't really click for me until like 2 months ago, when people are like, oh, people are just projecting onto you. People are just projecting. I never really understood that, because to me, it's the same idea of like when people are like, oh, they're just hating on you because they're jealous. It's like, no, because I know bitches that I just don't like, and I'm not jealous of them. I just don't fuck with them. I just simply do not like their energy. That's fine. I think social media has made this whole like big thing. It's like, oh, well, if they hate you, they're just jealous of you. Oh, if they don't like you. No, people are allowed to not like you. You're allowed to not like you. Like, your people are allowed to not fuck with you. People are allowed to not enjoy being in your presence. That's okay. Just like you're allowed to not like people. You don't have to be like the person that you don't like. It's not because you're jealous of them. You're allowed to dislike people without being jealous. It's okay. The world will go on. Now, coming back to the projection statement, whatever people were saying, like, oh, they're just projecting their own insecurities onto you. I never quite understood that concept, because I'm like, well, let me think. Like, if I don't like, let's use a really surface level example. Let's say Abby shows up in basketball shorts, heels, and a t-shirt. In my mind, I don't like that outfit. I don't like that outfit. Me telling her that, saying, Abby, I don't like your outfit, that is me projecting my opinions, my reality onto Abby. My opinion of Abby's outfit has nothing to do with Abby. But I decided to make it Abby's business and make Abby feel bad by telling her my opinion. I could have kept that to myself. I could have just, oh, hey, Abby, how are you? Not said anything about the outfit. But because I decided, hey, Abby, I don't like your outfit, that's me projecting onto her that I don't like. So my reality, in my reality, which is all up here in my brain, my reality says, my name's Kat, and I do not like how basketball shorts, heels, and a t-shirt look together. That's my reality, okay? By putting that thought into Abby's reality, that's me projecting my reality into Abby's reality. Unnecessary behavior. Unnecessary behavior. Okay? Okay. Has nothing to do with me being jealous. Has nothing to do with me hating her. Nothing, right? I personally don't like it. Let's say I think Abby's a pick-me girl. Let's say I don't like how Abby acts when we go out at night. I call her a pick-me. Okay? I'm not projecting my insecurities onto her. I'm not insecure that XYZ. I view her behavior as something that I don't like. My view of how she's acting is, that's not in keeping with my moral compass. That's unattractive behavior to any gender. That's not somebody that I want to spend my time with or be friends with. Her behavior to somebody else could be completely valid and normal and perfect and fun and fine. To me, I don't like it. That's me projecting. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the gap that I was missing, because I was like, projecting insecurities. Like, when people are like, oh, you can't travel the world. No, you can't travel the world. You don't need to tell her that she can't do that. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean that she can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So now we got that over with. The bitches that are talking about you and saying, oh, you're cringy, you're too much, to them, maybe you are too much. To them, to their mind, maybe you are annoying. And that's okay. Who gives a fuck? I know that I am so annoying to some people. Like, I know that some people literally probably see me on their For You page and they're like, Jesus Christ, I fucking hate this girl. Just like I was saying for the last girl, like, the self-confidence, like, that's genuinely just gonna come from doing what you want to do and doing the thing that you've always wanted to do. Doing the thing that your dream self would do. Me feeling confident in myself, like, let's throw this back to, I wasn't really working out the way that I like to work out, and like I was kind of like not like loving my body very much, just because I was at a place where it's just like, ugh, like I don't want to go to the gym, like I'll just go to my apartment gym. I wasn't getting good workouts in, and I was like just not in the happiest place mentally. Like I was fine, but like I wasn't like feeling that sense of like me that I normally feel, right? Then I remember like I was there, and it was like I didn't want to wear my little leggings and my crop top to the gym. Like I didn't want to be seen at the gym, like ugh, whatever. So I started going to the gym, and I was like, fuck, like I feel uncomfortable at the gym. Like I feel like out of place here. I don't know what to do. And like I've been working out for so long. Like I've always been an active person. I've always been somebody that goes to the gym. So for me to be in a position where I was just like, I feel out of place, like I feel like I just want to like be small and hide, that was very out of character for me. All it took was me getting through that. Like I had to force myself to get through that feeling for a week. And then boom, I was like, oh, fuck all of you. Like this is my fucking gym. Like, you know, obviously we're whatever. But you know, it's just like you have to like literally put your head down and just get through it. Whatever you're feeling, put your head down, get through it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, always. No matter what it is. Like, oh, you're feeling self-conscious about what other people are going to say about you posting videos online. Put your fucking head down. Post your videos for you. Post your videos for you. Post your videos for your 85-year-old self, and post your videos for your 8-year-old self. If your 8-year-old self saw what you were doing right now and she would like fangirl over you, job number 1, done. If your 85-year-old self saw the videos of you that you're posting right now and said, oh my god, like she's so fun, she's so cute, she's so, like I love her, like I wish she was my granddaughter, job number 2, done. Your life, successful. Don't care what other people have to say. Okay? You did it. As long as you're making your 8-year-old self and your 85-year-old self proud, happy, filled with joy and love, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Also, can you imagine, just think about this. Can you imagine getting to the ripe age of 85? And like, okay, this goes for the first girl and anything. I feel like this is a good way to like think about anything. So imagine this. Imagine what advice, if your 8-year-old self came to you and said, hey, I really like doing this, but people are bullying me about it. What should I do? Even though I really like doing it. What would you give advice? Like, what advice would you give to her? Would you not say like, it doesn't fucking matter what these people are saying, because if it makes you happy and you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anyone else, do it. Literally do it. If it makes you happy, that is all you need to care about. Hello? The call's coming from inside the house. Take the advice you'd give to your 8-year-old self. What would your 85-year-old self say to your current you? Because guess what? That's the only difference between you right now and your 8-year-old self versus you right now and your 85-year-old self, okay? So you're the kid. You need to listen to the same advice that you would give your 8-year-old self. Imagine this. I'm sorry if this is morbid, but this, you guys know me. Imagine you get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow and the doctor is like, yeah, she only has a week. And then you think about, what was I doing for the last month of my life? Oh, that's right. I was being really sad and bummed out that people that were supposedly my friends were talking shit about me. That's how you lived your life, worried about what other people thought about you. You are the only person that can live your life. You're the only person that can be you. There's nobody more qualified and equipped and nobody better at being you than you are. You chose to have this whole movie called Your Life, the You Show, okay? This whole entire movie, you got to produce it, you got to direct it, you got to star in it, you got to pick the side characters, you got to pick the setting, you got to pick the plot. This whole entire movie, The last month of this movie, the last fucking few scenes of this movie was you sitting in your bed being sad about what these side characters were saying about you. The side characters weren't even in it. Literally, just imagine a movie. It's the video. It's you sitting in your bed. Yeah, I'm really sad because of what these people are saying about me. Yeah, I don't want to do anything because these people are making me really sad because of what they're saying about me. I thought they were my friends. The people aren't even in the video. The people are not even in the movie. They're literally side characters. They don't even, you don't even, like, the camera doesn't even pan to them talking shit about you. It's literally just you in your bed being sad. That's essentially what you're doing. That's essentially what it is to allow the thoughts and opinions of other people to dictate how you live your life. That's essentially what it is. It's not even like, oh, pan to over here where they're talking shit and like you're getting the drama and it's like fun to watch. No. You being sad. That's all we're seeing because it's your life and that's how you're allowing these other people who aren't even in the fucking cast to dictate your life. No more. None of that. And scene. Hey, I recently learned that the reason that pollen's so bad right now is because they've only been planting male trees and male trees produce pollen and female trees absorb pollen and there's not enough female trees to absorb the pollen. Of course a woman would clean up after a man in every single fucking ounce of life. Of course that's what would happen. We're unseening back to same thing I was telling the first girl. You have to do what your dream self would do in this situation. Your dream self, your dream girl self finds out that her two supposed friends are talking shit about her and are saying how like cringy and like she's just too much. Like imagine your dream self, okay? This is your dream self. This is you being your dream self. Put yourself in that situation right now. Pretend you're her, okay? Okay? You find out as your dream self. Your two people that you thought were your friends are talking shit about you, are being negative about you, are just putting you down behind your back. What's your dream self gonna do? Your dream self's gonna say, okay, bye guys, like thank you so much for being in my life when you were in my life. Really appreciated the friendship we had. Clearly it's over. You just lost all your rights to me. Because me as my dream self, I'm not going to allow people to have access to me that are gonna take advantage of it and use it for their own entertainment. The only people as my dream self, as myself being my dream self, the only people I'm going to allow into my life are people that are going to uplift me, support me, and encourage me. Thank you so much for your time here in my movie. Had such a blast. So glad you're not on the payroll anymore. Best fucking wishes. Hope you have the day you deserve. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Okay, and scene again. Perfect. Let's move the fuck on. Guys, I'm getting out of breath. I feel like we're getting a little bit more comfortable with each other on here, are we not? Like, I feel like it's a little bit more chill. But like I said, I'm going to try to get to this. I'm going to try to get these to the point where I don't have to edit them because I love editing, but when I'm just sitting here fucking yapping, I don't like editing. Don't like editing. I'm just going to pretend that this is live, okay? Because I could just talk all day fucking long, and sometimes I think the fact, listen to this. When I was in college, I did a speech class and I was going to do it online, right? So the first thing was just like speech about anything. Like give us a presentation about anything. Okay? What did my little happy ass do? I said, oh, perfect. I filmed it. I put it on iMovie and started editing it. Then I realized this is a speech class. This is not an editing class. This is not a filmmaking class. Let me drop out of this class right now. So that's what I did because I decided that if I was going to do a speech class, it was going to be in person where I wasn't just like easily been like, oh, I could just edit this. You know what I mean? Next. Hi, Kat. First of all, love you. Love you more. You're hands down my favorite comfort person on YouTube and TikTok. Fucking slay, bro. That made my day. I'm living in Ireland and I'm turning 25 in June. I graduated from university in May of last year. I moved out of my university city and back in with my parents and worked in hospitality for the summer and then went traveling Southeast Asia for 6 weeks. That's sick. Okay, wait, you're in Ireland right now. So you graduated university, you moved back with your parents, so you live in Ireland. Got it. And you went traveling in Southeast Asia for 6 weeks. My original plan was to get my big girl degree job after my travels, but I fell in love with traveling. I didn't want to commit to getting a new job in my field that would be leaving in under a year to go traveling again. I didn't want to commit to getting a new job in my field that I would be leaving in under a year to go traveling. Okay. So I went back to the hospitality job and have been working and saving since to go traveling for 6 months, maybe longer, at the end of June. Although I'm so excited to travel, as my departure date gets nearer, I find myself comparing myself to friends who have all started their careers and have experience under their belts, as I'll be almost 26 when I return with no experience in my field. I know I'm so blessed to be able to go traveling, but I can't help but compare my timeline to those around me. Any advice on how not to compare your life to others? Hello? Do you not think that your friends who have stability and have settled down are looking at you being like, damn, I wish I could fucking travel the way that bitch does? Hello? Girl, fucking... it's not like you put yourself in a situation where you like have to travel and you have to work a hospitality job to make ends meet. You literally said, yeah, I studied, I graduated, and I was gonna get my big girl job, but then I said, bummer city, looks like I'd so much rather travel, so let me go back to my hospitality job. You are doing what so many people dream of doing. I totally understand the like timeline comparison thing, but like, for example, my biggest thing with like timeline comparison, okay, when I look at people my age getting married and having babies, I am flabbergasted. I don't use that word ever. I'm fucking astonished, okay? What the fuck are you doing at the ripe age of 23 having a child and getting married? If that's what you want to do, by all means, that's your business. I couldn't even fucking imagine a life in which that is my reality. There's nothing I would want less than that at 23 years old. So naturally, I'm sure there's people that are looking at my life and they're like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, why did she not go to college? Like, why does she not have a degree? Why does she not have a big girl job? Why does she... Has nothing to do with me. If they're talking about it, I'm not hearing it, because I wouldn't let that in my life. I wouldn't let those kind of people fucking... So they could talk all they want, but it's not getting to me. So if my life is just free entertainment for them, good for them. Good for them that I'm the most entertaining part of their life. I think it's absolutely fucking amazing that you're traveling. I think it's amazing that you were brave enough to do that. Do you know how many people wish that they did that? Do you know how many people look back? You know how many people are like in their 50s, they look back at their 20s and they're like, I should have traveled when I had the chance. I shouldn't have taken that first job when I first got the chance. Look at the amount of people, like even my mom got into her job when she was like 19 and she's been in the same career field ever since. Like, I guarantee if she went back, and like, I'm proud of my mom is proud of herself. Like, I know that she's happy with the life that she's made for herself, but I guarantee if she went back, she would have changed things. She wouldn't have settled down so quick. She wouldn't have, and obviously that's like one of the most beautiful parts of life, is like, you did exactly what you wanted to do at that very moment. Like, you acted exactly the way that you wanted to act at that very moment in time. And that's beautiful. That's like the thing about tattoos. Like, I think tattoos are so beautiful because people are like, oh, you're gonna regret your tattoos. Like, no, because they're like little marks of timelines to me. Like, I can look at every single one of my tattoos and tell you exactly what I was going through, exactly what my mental state was, like exactly the people that were in my life at the time. Like, they're just like little timestamps of life. And I think it's so interesting and unique. And I think it's so cool that you were like, well, I went to university and then I knew that I wanted to travel, so I traveled. But then I fell in love with traveling, so I decided to travel more. Like, how many people realistically do you know that said, I fell in love with this dream and I chased it and made it my reality? There are not a lot of people that could say that. And I think the fact that you could say that is absolutely fucking amazing. Also, stability is not real. Like, well, let's just put that out there. Stability is not real. Like, literally anything can happen at any given time, any moment in life. Like, the societal like idea of stability, like, you're married, you have kids, you settle down, you have a good job, you have a house. Me, I don't think I ever want to own a house. Like, maybe someday. As of right now, the thought of owning a house just sounds like a lot of work. Like, obviously, I'm only 23. My mind can change. But as of this very second time, I've like never dreamt of owning my own home. Ever. Like, I've always been the type of person like, no, like, I would rather rent so the windows get cleaned by somebody that isn't me. If the roof fucking falls off, it's not my issue. All that stuff, you know what I mean? The idea of stability is just kind of fucking made up by a system that's kind of outdated, if you know what I'm saying. I think if traveling is something that you're passionate about right now and traveling is something that you love, do it. You've obviously worked it in a way that, like, when you're back, you're gonna work a job, you save your money, and you go. And that's absolutely amazing. Like, that's literally amazing. And yeah, you maybe don't have like job experience in that given field. You have a degree just like every other person has a degree. When they sit you down for that interview and they say, okay, so like, why should we hire you over anyone else? Do you know how much real world experience you have? Do you know how many people you've talked to? Do you know how many situations you've put yourself in where you have to like learn and you have to think on your feet? Like, traveling, I don't know if you're traveling alone or like whatever, but you like have to learn how to be such a independent human being when you're traveling. Even if you're not alone, like even if you're in a group, like you have to learn like how to just be and how to talk to people and how to experience new cultures and new everything. Like you have to just like learn to like roll with it, go with it. Like traveling is so hit or miss. And obviously like if you're gonna go stay at like an all-inclusive resort, it's pretty easy, but like, I'm sorry, 6 weeks in a whole new country, I went on like a little brand trip with a bunch of influencers and I learned how to fucking ride a motorcycle with flip-flops and a denim mini skirt on. Like, hello, I'm sorry. Do you know how brave that made me? Do you know how like willing that made me? Like, do these little things that you don't really think of as like things that could put on your resume, right? But like, think about that. Like, I went to this new country. I met all these new people. I experienced a whole different like vibe of human beings, okay? So much. That made me such a confident person to the point where like I could apply for a fucking, I don't know, some fucking job that I am nowhere near qualified on paper for. I would have the utmost confidence going into that interview, just being like, yeah, no, I'm completely qualified for this job. Just train me and I'll do it. Because that's all the job is. That's all a fucking job is you go, you say, how easy are you to train? Yes, okay, perfect, trainer. Like, your life is your life. Your life is not supposed to look like your best friend's life. My best friend is a special needs high school teacher. I post videos on the internet. My best friend lives in an apartment with her cousin. I lived in an apartment and now I live at home. My best friend is about to move in with her boyfriend. My boyfriend and I have been long distance for over a year. Like, so different. So very different. Could I look at my best friend's life from a outsider perspective and be like, oh, she has it all together. Like, she went to college, she has a job, she has a boyfriend, she's gonna live with him soon. Like, could I look at it like that? Of course I could. I'm her best friend. So of course I'm gonna see it not as a comparing thing, because like that's her life and my life is my life. You know what I mean? And like, I don't want her life just like she doesn't want my life. And I'm sure there's some aspects of my life that she's like, oh, like, I wish I could do that. Just like there's some aspects of her life that I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. You know what I mean? But it's like, if that path were meant for me, I would be on it. And you have set yourself up in such a good position where it's like, you didn't say, oh, fuck university, I'm not going to go to college. Like, I'm just going to travel and only do a hospitality job. Which, if that's what you're trying to do, that's what you're trying to do. But you set yourself up to the point where it's like, you can do that, and then you still have this degree that you can lean back on. So when you do go in for these job interviews, if you decide like, okay, like I'm done traveling, I want to get my job, you have that degree to be like, yeah, look, but also look what I've been doing. Show them what you've been doing. Somebody's gonna hire you. Don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry. Like, the best advice I could give you is don't fucking worry about it. Anyway, cut the cameras, roll the next clip. I'm 22 and I've been with my boyfriend since we were 16. 6 years now. That's wild. Good for you. Congratulations. We have such a healthy relationship and he's honestly the best partner I could ever ask for. We also talk about our future and getting married all the time, and it's something I've always wanted with him. But recently I've been questioning our relationship and getting sort of cold feet, I guess. I've recently been feeling as though I've missed out on a lot and not really had the chance to experience this single life, and feel like I've missed out as I haven't dated on any other people. I still love him so much, but I can't help but feel I've missed out on those huge parts of my life most people experience in their late teens, early 20s, and it's got me questioning our relationship. I can't picture being with anyone else, but I also worry I'll get years down the line and regret not experiencing other things or people. He's the only guy I've ever been with, if you get what I mean. I get what you mean. And again, where I'm missing out on experiencing it with different people, I think essentially what I'm looking for is advice on if it's normal for someone in a long-term relationship this young to feel like this and these feelings will pass, or if this is a bigger issue. Any thoughts or advice you have will be appreciated. First and foremost, I can't say that I know exactly what you're saying because I have not been in a relationship since 16 to 22. I can't imagine what that would like be like. However, I can say I know people in my life that have that, and I know that they've experienced these same feelings before, and they've kind of been like, well, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, aren't I supposed to like experience other people? But at the end of the day, if you were given the most perfect present you could ever ask for, and it was just one present, but there's a whole box, like there's a whole table full of other presents, but this one present is literally the most perfect, like nothing else could be better than this present. Nothing else you could ever imagine could beat getting this present. You would choose that present. You don't care what's in the other boxes. Like, it's either open all these other boxes or take this amazing present, knowing that this is the most perfect present. Like, you know in your mind, like, hello, this is the most perfect present for you. This is the present that you've always wanted. This is the present that if you could only have one thing for the rest of your life, this is it. You know that going into it. That's your option number one. Option number two is opening these other ones. You have no idea what they are, but you can open them and see. You're going to choose the perfect present, because why would you not want the most perfect present? Why would you not? You don't need to see what these other ones are, because look at what you have right in front of you. I think it's so easy to get caught up in like, oh, like other people did it, like I'm missing out, like I don't know, like I feel like yeah, fair. Maybe you are missing out. Maybe you haven't slept with 17,000 people. Maybe you haven't kissed somebody else. Maybe you haven't gone on a date with someone else. But what you have right here is perfect. And I think definitely this is a conversation you need to have with him. Like, definitely don't go into it scared. And if you're scared about it, I think you're more scared of the consequences of it. But like, tell him, be like, hey, I just like want to know, like, this is how I've been feeling lately. Like, have you ever had these feelings? And that will open the discussion of, I'm assuming you have a healthy relationship where you guys can like talk openly, because I feel like you wouldn't have been able to like make it this long and like still talk about getting married if you don't have a healthy relationship. But I'm sure he's had these thoughts too, and that's not to scare you, that's not to make you feel like he's thought about being with other girls, but like, you're having these feelings, so it's only natural that he would probably have these feelings too. Like, you guys have only been with each other, you guys have only known what it's like to date each other, and sure, like, maybe you think like, oh, well, that guy meets my, like, oh, he's funnier than my boyfriend, like, oh, I think he's a little bit more attractive, like, XYZ. The grass is always greener. The grass is always greener where you water it. So if you continue to nurture this relationship and make it healthy and keep it going, this is going to be the best relationship for you, because it's the one that you're pouring all of your effort into. It's the one that you're watering. It's the one that you're flourishing and just like putting into. And like, yeah, maybe like realistically picturing it, like if you broke up with your boyfriend right now, I would say it would probably take you at least minimum 6 months to get over him. Okay, that's 6 months of being sad. Nobody likes to be sad. Let's say then you get over him, you go on a date with someone else, and you have a really good time, but then you remember how perfect your boyfriend was. Like, you don't throw away what you have just for the thought of maybe there's something better, because anything in life is what you make it. You're literally saying like he is the best partner you could ever ask for. Like, the fact that you two found each other, especially at such a young age, and you were able to go all the way through high school and maybe even college together, and you stayed together and it was healthy and happy, and like, I'm sure you've had your fair share of problems, everyone does, but like, that is so amazing. That's like a Notebook type of love, okay? That's crazy. Yes, it makes sense. Like, you're committing your life to this person, but like, you've already committed your life to this person. So there's really no difference between the next 6 years compared to the previous 6 years. You know what I mean? Like, by going into this relationship, like, you committed to this relationship. And sure, maybe you didn't know how long it was going to last, but like, you didn't go into this relationship thinking, oh, it'll only last a year. Nobody goes into relationships thinking that way. But like the same thing could be said for people that like didn't go to college. Like, do I think about college and think like, damn, sometimes I like, as much as when I was in high school and I graduated high school, I was like, I don't want to be at a fucking sorority. I don't get into like the whole college life. Like it's just not for me. Like, do I wish that I did that sometimes? Like, do I wish that I literally went into a 4-year university, joined a sorority, did the whole Greek life thing? Like, of course I do. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I wonder what that would have been like. Like, I feel like I missed out on things and like whatever. At the end of the fucking day, it doesn't matter because I'm here and I can either continue to dwell on like, oh, I wish I had done that, or I could be happy with where I am in life because I am happy with where I am in life. And yeah, there's always going to be like, oh, what if this, what if that, what if this? Of course there are. There's nothing you could do about that. So honestly, I think if you break up with your boyfriend just because of potentially what you missed out on, stupid. Smart thing, talk to him. Maybe you guys, like, hey, I don't know your relationship, but like maybe you guys are gonna come to the conclusion where it's like, let's take a 3-month break and like allow each other to like experience other people or like go on dates or whatever. Like, could I do that in my relationship? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. I'm very traditional when it comes to relationships. I'm very much like, no, you will not. Like, nope. Like, you're mine, I'm yours. We are together and we are happy and we are in love. I could not even imagine being like, hall pass, hall pass. Nope. No, thank you. Not for me. You want a hall pass? Get the fuck out because you're actually expelled. You're never coming back. I think just talk to him. Also, experience things together. Like, I know you guys have already like had your teens and 20s together, but like make things fun for your relationship. Like, go on a first date. Like, go a week without talking. Go a month without texting each other and write each other letters. Like, make it fun. You know what I mean? Like, make these little things happen. Like when Mr. Special and I, he was in boot camp and like we would only write each other letters and it was so much fun. And like when Mr. Special, someone and I first started dating, like we would do this thing where it was like, okay, like we're not going to text each other. We're not going to call each other. We're not going to do anything for 2 weeks. And on Thursday, that's when our date's gonna be, and that's when we could talk to each other. And it's fun because it brings the excitement back, and it's like, oh my gosh, like how fun. Like, you have to keep things exciting because like, yeah, things do get mundane really easy. Like, imagine living with your best friend every single day. Like, of course things are gonna get fucking boring. Like, when you hang out with your best friend now, so much fun because you guys love seeing each other and you spend time with each other. If you guys hung out every single day, you'd be like, damn, like I wonder what it would be like to have other friends. Of course things get boring. Like, we're humans. Like, we like when things are fun and interesting and unique. Make things fun for your relationship again. I think, honestly, that was such good advice. Like, don't talk to each other for a month. Literally just write each other letters. And at the end of the month, like, plan, like, an amazing first date where you both have to, like, dress up and, like, he gets a reservation and, like, you get picked up in a car. Like, I don't know, do something fun. But I think you'd be fucking stupid to throw this relationship away. If it's as good as you say it is, stupid to throw it away just for, oh, well, I didn't get to be with anyone else. That's beautiful. I'm sorry. Do you not remember the times where you were not allowed to be with anyone else? Like, it was like, you don't even know, like, you know when people are like, you gotta drive the car before you buy it? You know, the times where people were like, no, like, you can't live with him. You, like, the thought of, like, not living with somebody before marrying them, that used to be such a, like, you can't live with your person until you marry them. The thought of that, to me, disgusting. No, I'm sorry, it's gonna be the other way around for me, because if I can't live with you, I'm not gonna marry you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't let these ideas and, like, things that you feel like you're missing out on, because if you weren't seeing these be the norm, you wouldn't feel like you were missing out. If you weren't seeing other people do them, you wouldn't feel like you were missing out. If you blocked out every single outside world thing and you only said, this is my relationship and I'm in a happy relationship, because can you imagine the amount of people too that are in the opposite of your position, that are like, they've been with multiple people, they've been on plenty of dates, they've done whatever, and they can't find a stable relationship, or maybe they don't have a stable relationship. I'm sure that they're looking at you like, damn, I wish I fucking found the love of my life when I was 16, so now I wouldn't have to go on all these dates. The grass is always greener. Grass is always going to be greener. No matter where it is, it's just where you're watering it is where the grass is going to be greener. And on that note, I think we have concluded episode 3 of the Pretty Princess Command Center. So, thank you for coming to my show. And on that note, I hope you have a good fucking day.